Yo, so welcome to the Muhombo Live, and today I'm again with Danny Abroad, and we are going to discuss about some simple stuff, but I don't think that this thing people talk about it often, and it's about the barriers which are between Indians and Africans. So let's talk about this.
Another culture to learn.
Another place to know. Learn from the other side of the world.
Know about other life.
With Muhombo Live.
Welcome back to Muhombo Live, and today we're going to discuss about the barriers which are between Indians and Africans. As Africans, we had an experience of India before coming to India. After being in India, we have an experience of India after being in India. And trying to compare those two things, for me, I found that they have a very huge difference. And I just wanted to discuss it with you and try to find out what's going on there in between. So the first question which I would like you to know, do you know that there is a barrier or kind of, I don't know if I can say wall between Indians and Africans?
I don't know very well if there is a barrier. I can just say that maybe.
Okay. All right. So yeah, let me explain to you why for me I think that there are barriers, then we will see if they're really barriers. Okay, Africa have this thing of receiving more, and I think it's been since a long time that the mindset of most of Africans is all about receiving. And even in culture today in Africa, we tend to receive more of outside stuff. Even in culture, we tend to receive more outside stuff. It be culture, religion, whatever it is, we receive more from outside than what we give. And it seems easy for Africans to get to receive something from outside, whatever it is, as long as it comes. But there is a difference if you try to compare the interest of Africa in the Western culture, in the Arab culture, in the Chinese culture, and then trying to put again the Indian culture. There is a big difference. Okay, I've taken those cultures because I feel as if they're the one which kind of competes more almost everywhere. Like you see, Westerns came first with the colonization and other stuff, and then the Arab also came with the same thing, self-trade and religion. China also came now with trade and economy this recent times. But then India is kind of nowhere in all that when we can compare it to all those other ones which are competing all around the world. So, and I saw that India still, it's visible in Africa. India is visible. It be in cinema, in commerce. Like there are a lot of people who practice commerce, like Indians in Africa. And when we come to the sort of cinema, I don't know about Uganda, but for me in Congo, it's a French country, but still, like, I think since around 2011, I've been seeing a lot of Indian movies, especially this series in my country. But yet I still ask myself, why don't Africans have that interest of the Indian culture? That's why for me I consider it to be kind of a barrier, which you have in between. And even if you come again here in India, because of the same mentality, which people are just kind of not interested in going into too much into the Indian culture. Even from what I saw, some of my colleagues, even after being here in India, they still block themselves from learning the Indian culture. Like you find out that students are just there at school, they never participated to any festival, they don't want to learn the language, they don't want to travel and learn stuff. Like they do just think for fun, but going into being close to the Indian culture is not there. That's why for me I consider it to be kind of a barrier. So I don't know if you understood what I said, so let me ask again my question. Do you know that
Okay,
for you, do you feel that there is that barrier?
I understood what you said, but there is no, from what I've understood what you said, there is no barrier between Indians.
Okay. No, how wait, can we call it?
Wait,
yeah.
There is no barrier between Indians and Africans, because to my experience here, Indians are, there is that kind of welcoming and kind of hospitality, and that's kind of warm environment that enables you to settle in here. And by comparing India to other countries, the way you've done,
Yeah.
China, US, and all that, the only thing, or the only kind of barrier you're talking about, it's not only between Indians and Africans, it's between Indians and all foreigners.
Yeah, like
Because-
my specification about Africa is
Yeah,
because
I
we
understand.
are from there, like we understand it better
Yeah,
than
I
speaking about
understand.
other countries. Yeah.
But which brings me to my point. The barrier lies there because of the economy.
okay.
India has this kind of closed, not open economy to the outside world, like people to come and work here. So you find that even when you're working here, you're supposed to take out specific kind of money. So you find like most people are likely to go to China, even students, because
Yeah.
there are opportunities there.
Yeah.
And which opportunities are not here. So you find when you come here, you don't find the opportunities which your friends are getting in China, and that kind of doesn't encourage you more to, because then what will you be doing? Why would you learn the culture then if you're not getting opportunities here
Okay.
to work and earn a living? But when you're studying, let's say like in China or US or Germany or anywhere, because even the first reason why they convince students to go and study in Germany, for example,
Yeah,
it's because they are
part-time job, yeah.
part-time jobs. So working on that part-time job only allows you to learn the language, and you
I
can be open
understand.
to the culture
Yeah,
and
yeah.
love it more. But when you're here and you're not working, that doesn't allow you or give you the zeal to be open to the culture and
Okay.
learn the language and everything.
Going from the reason which you just gave about economic reasons, can it mean also that India is not in the economic fight or the economic, I don't know if I can say, how can I say this? It's like most of the top countries which you know today, try all of them to reach to fight for the highest economy, the best economy, and blah, 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 some stuff like that. In commerce, we see them trying to overtake the new places and other stuff. So can it mean also that India is not active in that kind of
No,
fight?
India is very active because before the pandemic, they were the 5th biggest economy. So they are very active. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So I have also another side of my own way of thinking, which when we were just speaking about the economy, it came also to my mind. And I just see as if there is another issue on the same side of the kind what to me I call barrier between Africa and India is the side of religion. In Africa, like the religions which you have in majority, Islam and Christianity, they promote one God, which make them to claim that people who worship many God are evil. So at the same point, for them, allowing their child to embrace the Indian culture is like allowing the child to embrace something which is different for them, which they don't like in their religions. And I feel as if that is one of the problem which can be there. Like I was listening to this Nigerian girl, this YouTuber who once she made a video about that, of how when she got married, and I saw like the thing which was more discussed from her side, from the side of her siblings, I don't know if I can say siblings or family, the side which was more discussed about was the side of religion. He got married to someone who is not a Christian. She's going to lose the faith. She's going to, like, you understand that stuff. And I feel as if that can be one of the other barriers which can be there. But when it comes to the side of the Western world, it's more easier because, like, he's going to Europe, yeah, it's okay. The Protestant church, the Catholic, that blah, 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 and other stuff which can make people understand that there it's okay. But in India, there is a problem again because of religion. And I'm not saying this to diabolize or to say that Africans are bad. It's something which is everywhere. Like every religion feel that need of keeping their stuff original. They don't like to spoil or bring something bad or disrupt their religion. So I don't condemn Africans from doing that. I understand it's like you have been taught a religion and you have to kind of protect it because a religion becomes like an identity. So is there any way this issue, okay, first what you just mentioned about the economy, is there any way it can be solved and again used to bring a unity between India and Africa, if not India and the whole world?
I don't know about that specifically, but
okay, how do you think there is, okay, like kind of imagine, put yourself
but generally, if I were Indian, their economy is working, because by the time they are one of the biggest top 10 economies, then that means their system is working.
So I think they can still keep everything close to themselves, no need of bringing other guys to work here.
No. Of course, like, they would need other people, because even other people bring in more development and more technologies and stuff and more jobs. So yeah, it will depend on how the systems they will adopt in future.
I understand. Yeah, like personally also, I think India till there they didn't do anything wrong, especially if you see the way they're trying to develop also their system, which is like, I can say it's a very good job, like seeing the population which they have and where they want to achieve. I think it's still okay with how they're going. In fact, I kind of think that Africa should, why not embrace the same thing? Like you see today, like one of the good things which India did is bringing more education. And when it brings more education, when it brings more people to school, it helps them to form people who are going to work in that development. So it's not only helping the economy, it's helped actually the country to be good. And if Africa could practice also exactly the same thing, forming more, educating more to make things to be better, like I think it can be a side of helping Africa to grow again.